Hey guys, Tuesday, April the 2nd, 2024. I'm looking at the indices. I promised I was going to do a video on the indices when I see something kind of cooking. And a couple of things to digest. One is the Mercury retrograde was yesterday. I look like we got this high in the ES. And now we got this, I could call it a bear kicker candle. And it's hovering, trying to hold the 20 SMA. That's that simple moving average, the yellow one. And it's kind of hovering around there. But you can see the MACD is already negative. It's already below the zero line. Volume has been very light. And notice the MACD on the ES, S&P. Look how strong it is, just kind of going back and forth, back and forth. And you can see that right around here. Let me see if I put my pointer here. You see right here, it never took out, I guess 124.417. And now it took it out in regards to the MACD. However, I just want you to know that the trend is up, it's strong. The trend is to the upside. The question is, if there's a correction where the bulls come and buy the dip and push it higher. It's above the cloud. ES is above the 20. 50's here, above the cloud. Linear regression channels are pointing up. So this is a strong bull market. But if you notice on the monthly, we're very, very, very close to the linear regression on the top. I like to buy when we go to the bottom of the linear regression channel and dip my toes in, but I like to get unload when I get all the way up here. So that's my strategy. But so far, I'm waiting for a candle like this over here on the weekly. We don't have that yet. But I just wanted to show you what the ES is doing, S&P futures. And look at the MACD on the monthly. It was pushing, pushing, pushing. And now we got a little dip on April at 5,333. You can see that we were stuck in this range and broke the mobile bands somewhere around, I guess, 52.66. And now it's trying to stay above the 20 SMA. Let's look at the NASDAQ so you can see the different markets. Notice here the MACD and the weekly divergence. And the ES wasn't doing divergence while it's grinding higher. You kind of get the Hakanashi candle, kind of looks like there's a reversal cooking on the weekly, but on the ES, the weekly looks a little more stronger compared to the NASDAQ. Look at the monthly, you're pretty far away from the linear regression channel. That's somewhere where it leads you around 19,000 and change. So, but it's kind of tipping here. And on the daily chart, I mean, it's a lot of chop, but finally you got this big push to the downside. Volume has been very light, and you cracked the 20 SMA on the daily. You're way below it, so let's see. And you got the 50 here. I bet you 50. If it continues going lower, I bet you this is going to be support. The linear regression channel and the 50 is probably going to bounce from here. That's if it pushes down here. We don't know yet, but that's so far what is looking, a little weakness. And that's about it on this one. Let's look at the Dow Jones real quick. The Dow Jones, interestingly, we got Tom D mark, TD9, or actually you can say TD13 right here on March the 21st. And then you got this, what I call a fail new high. Even though it made a new high, you didn't close above here. So that's very important in technical analysis. You want a continuation of the bull market, you need to close above here. So far it pulled back and there's some kind of weakness and is struggling to stay above the 20 SMA on the daily. You see it's very negative, volume below the averages. And the same thing, that divergence. going down while prices grind higher. So it's still strong. The weekly is still strong. Nothing negative here yet. But in the short term, there's some weakness building in. And you're almost close to linear regression channel on the monthly. Right here. Almost. You can see that the MACD on the monthly dipped in even more. It was high, 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 and something happened in April, which it pulled back. So that's my observation. Same thing. I want to see a candle like this on the weekly. Then wait for the bulls to buy in the dip and see once it's stalling, because they're going to buy the dip. Everybody's been buying the dip. I want to see, I mean, it's going to be a while, but this is just being patient. Just like a sniper with your rifle, ready to pull the trigger. I mean, you can do it here, but it's risky. I like to see that here. It gave me a little more confirmation that there is a reversal in play. Lastly, I'm going to look at is the Russell. The Russell. So the Russell had a Tom D Mark 13th candle right here. And look at that. Pulled back below the 20. So the ES is the strongest. It's holding the 20, but I don't know for how long. And you can see divergence also here. And, you know, it's still strong. It's still trending. And for some reason, the linear regression channel is pointing down on the Russell. So it almost got to kiss it. Now it's pulling back. And the value area high is somewhere around 2096. And it's already below that. So to sum it up, I'm waiting for a candle like this here. The NASDAQ probably looks, let's see the YM again, Dow Jones. Yeah, the NASDAQ probably is the weakest here because it looks like it's about to turn negative. So let's see how next week is going to look. And it's pulled really deep. And you're about to get a crossover here on the monthly. But risky to short it now. I'd rather wait for the bulls to attempt to kiss maybe this high again. Let's see. And then the ES is the strongest of them all because it's above the 20 SMA. And you can see there's like no divergence. It's very interesting. Kind of going sideways. But we have a histogram that's lower than the one in January. So there's giving you a little hints. There is some weakness kicking in. You can see the Tom D marks at the 9, at the 13 here, didn't work out. But we have the Mercury retrograde that kicked in yesterday. And it looks like, you know, it's kind of doing some influence on the market. So those are my thoughts on the indices. But I'll be watching. I got some alerts. Waiting for a nasty, ugly candle to come on this side so I could start getting a little more excited. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the indices.